1,200 years ago, Xuanzong, the emperor of China, wanted to have a peerless beauty as his concubine, but he never got his wish. In October of that year, Emperor Xuanzong went to bathe. There were countless beauties in the harem, but in Emperor's eyes, these women were all as pale as dirt. He didn't love any one of them. Emperor ordered eunuch to secretly search for beauties outside the palace, and he found a beauty named Yang, who has no experience of the world. Yang was already an adult at this time, and was naturally beautiful. The Song of Everlasting Sorrow states Yang is so beautiful that, if she turned her head and smiled she cast a deep spell. Beauties of 6 palaces vanished into nothing. Emperor ordered eunuchs and palace maids to serve Yang to bath in Emperor's pool. After the bath, look! Yang was so weak that she could not even put on her clothes. She looked more and more radiant. Emperor selected Yang as a concubine and gave Yang a gold box as a token of love that night. Lady Yang slept beside Emperor every night. Emperor forgets his responsibilities. Emperor conferred official titles on Lady Yang's brothers and sisters, allowing them to become as wealthy as the royal family. People all over the world are extremely envious and hope that they will give birth to a beautiful daughter. This kind of thinking was not common in ancient China. However, Lady Yang's brothers and sisters abused their power and neglected their duties, which led to the decline of the dynasty. At this time, Anlushan, the godson who was said to have had an affair with Lady Yang, tore the prosperity of the dynasty into pieces just like tearing off Lady Yang's bra. Anlushan commanded the best troops in army to attack Emperor. The alarm of the rebellion shattered the music in the Emperor's palace. The Emperor's army could not resist the rebels. Emperor had to escape from the capital under the protection of his ministers. When they arrived at Mwepo, the guards protecting the emperor refused to continue to follow and executed Lady Yang's family. They demand that the lady must be killed. Emperor had no choice but to cover his face with his sleeves and agreed to let his men strangle Lady Yang. Later, rebellion crushed and Anlushan was killed. Emperor returned to the capital. When he passed by Mwepo, where Lady Yang died, he saw only yellow earth and could no longer see Lady Yang's beautiful face. Emperor was in great pain. He missed Lady Yang every day. He was lonely and helpless, unable to sleep at night. At this time, a Taoist priest was moved by Emperor's longing for Lady Yang and was willing to use magic to summon Lady Yang's soul. The Taoist priests went up to heaven and down to the underworld, soaring in the clouds and mists, as fast as thunder and lightning, and tried his best to find Lady Yang's soul. Finally, the Taoist priest heard that there was a fairyland called Penglai overseas, so he went east to the ends of the earth, crossed the fairyland, and found the highest fairy mountain. He saw a golden palace, knocked on the door, and the maid reported to Lady Yang. Lady Yang, who was sleeping in the afterlife, woke up instantly, and came out to see the Taoist priest. Lady Yang divided the gold box that Emperor had given her as a token of love into 2 halves, and asked the Taoist priest to take half back. Lady Yang asked him to tell Emperor, "If you keep your heart as strong as the gold hairpin, we will meet in heaven or underworld." The Taoist priest was afraid that Emperor would not believe him, so he knelt down and begged Lady Yang to come back. Lady Yang told a private secret that only Emperor knew. Lady Yang said, "On the 7th day of the 7th lunar month, at midnight, when none are around, we swore that would be husband and wife forever and every life." Only Emperor knew about this. So the Taoist priest took half of the token and went back to report to Emperor. Emperor missed Lady Yang sadly and passed away soon after. Song of Everlasting Sorrow states, "Even heaven and earth will end someday. But the regret of our parting will never end."